This holiday season, a reminder to look out for your loved ones.
Yeah, psychologists say more people are connecting with robots for emotional support. They acknowledge it's because of a lack of access to therapy.
But as KETV Newswatch 7's Melissa Fry shares, experts warn the bots can actually make things worse. It's a story you're seeing only on 7.
For years, computers have asked us to check this box, "I'm not a robot." 2025, it's ironic. That question has turned around.
We'll be texting a youth, the youth will be talking to us, and then suddenly in the middle of the text message comes across, am I talking to a real person or are you a bot? I am a human.
How do you prove that to me?
I don't know if I can prove that to you, but I promise I'm here to listen, I'm here to help.
Here at Boys Town National Hotline, there are hundreds of calls, texts, and emails for help every day. Nick Zadina says callers in crisis now just assume that they're talking to a programmed bot.
We've been doing crisis intervention work since 1989, and never in any of those years have we ever had to debate with one of our texters or callers as to whether we were an actual human being or a bot.
Zadina blames society. We live in an automated world where we rarely have to leave the house.
We're making things so convenient that people aren't having to be vulnerable in any way, shape, or form, when at the same time, what we desire, like evolutionarily, people need other people. And when you don't have that connection, that's when things start to go astray.
Psychologists are seeing it too.
It is another sort of dragon to sort of wrestle with.
Dr. David Cates is the director of behavioral health with Nebraska Medicine. He says studies show 50% of teens have interacted with AI chatbots.
And a third of them had turned to the AI companion for serious or important matters that they didn't talk to another human being about. That is indeed scary.
Across the country, lawsuits have been filed by families of teens who died by suicide after consulting with bots. Last month, OpenAI announced updates to ChatGPT, claiming to make them safer. But Dr. Cates doesn't trust it.
Algorithms are designed to do two primary things. One is to keep the user engaged as long as possible, and the other is to essentially sort of flatter and approve and validate what the user says.
Dr. Cates would like to see FDA regulations for AI platforms that chat with users. He also encourages human interaction, like the voice of a counselor on the other line, listening.
These are complex situations that require complex intervention sometimes. And we know that it's not something that a bot is going to be able to do or tell you because every situation is so different.
Melissa Fry, KETV, Newswatch 7.
Crisis counselors and psychologists say it's important to educate your loved ones about chatbots and the difference between humans and algorithms and why it's so important to have human interactions. If you know anyone who needs help, the Boys Town National Hotline is available 24/7. You can call 1-800-448-3000 or dial 988 to reach the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.